Wednesday, July 22nd. Today is Wednesday, July the 22nd. The time is 1:13 in the afternoon. I keep getting repeat dreams. I think it's from the spirit of the universe asking me, how much money do I want? What the hell do you mean? How much money do I want? This USA government. If you know my story, you know what I already asked for. Made more than a 90 million off my household, pimping my household. Since the office of Bill Clinton. How long have been Clinton been out of the office? About 26 years. Um, in those days, I would work, and wherever I put an application, they know how much time to be in a house. The feds, police, very corrupt. You know, you really need a drug test for feds and police. Every man that work in law enforcement, not just in this country, but in this world. You know, we don't need nobody out here robbing us, taking the lives of our family members, and going in and out of our savings account and running off with it. But anyway, I was placed on a federal watch list in violation of my First Amendment rights uh, by former President Bill Clinton. I have no criminal background, but we have a very foul and brute and habitual lying USA government. You know, there's a passage of scripture that says, where there's unity, there's strength. Even if you standing together in strength for lies, corruption, evil, that's strength. People is going to believe all of you. People is going to believe all of you over me. They tried the case in public, said I had a criminal background, I committed a crime, and none of it was true. But to make a long story short, um, when they placed me on the federal watch list, they hid cameras in my house for the past 26 years, no matter where I move. As soon as I step out that door and go to work somewhere, they has done it again. You know, and they made a 90 million, more than a 90 million up to date now. These cameras are still here, you know, and that's 1,000 trillions. I heard. Ain't nobody about to give me no million, no billion, no nothing. So I tried to go through all of the country since I got no justice in my own country and fight for a breach in universal peace treaties, which means that this USA government signed off on that peace treaty not to take anybody's life for granted. My life was taken for granted. My house was pimped by this USA government, state and federal government. They all been cashed in by now. And when President Joe Biden was in office, he passed out my money. He gave 20 trillion to NATO. I heard China ran off with 32 trillion. I heard Trump pinched off 17 trillion. They think it's some kind of heavenly lottery or something that's raining down upon all men. So I said, well, uh, since I'm not getting any justice in my own country, I began to send manuscripts of what happened to me outside the country, you know. And many countries rose up and they came in the days of Joe Biden. All of them that belonged to NATO was paid out that trillion out of the 20 trillion. So 20 trillions responded. But the thing about it is, in these American laws, you don't pay anybody before you pay the victim. So I asked for 700 trillion out of my 90 million, and you take the remaining and see what you can do to prevent homelessness uh, throughout the world. You know, see what you can do to be helpful and not all that destructive. Joe Biden started passing it out. I thought he was on my side. I thought I was finally getting this thing together. So he passed it out to whoever he wanted to pass it out to. I said I told him to pass it out, and he left, and he gave me nothing. So nobody is gonna hire an attorney to break me off a piece of my behind for less than 700 trillion. So you could he, you could ha ha. Trump say I ain't get nothing. Well, listen, let me tell you something. Trinity swore by me. Trinity gods swear by me. So I'm going to fast this mighty fast. For I see your great and mighty witchcraft against me for me not to fast. But I already know in my senses I'm going to win. I'm going to do what the Lord said. Fast, pray, project your spirit into the heavens, and I will burn him up. I will get out of his way and let him globally disintegrate you before I let you break me off a piece of my hide in your way. You know, you violated me, and you're not going to sort it out your way. I'm going to sort it out my way. And if it's not done my way, I'm going to have to do things the Trinity way. Get out of his way. This is not your earth, USA government, or any government out there to misconduct yourself against God's people, to sell their privacy and pay your bills and buy your new city hospitals and stuff, and Netflix and Tubi TV and Shark Tank and Zing Healthcare Insurance and United. Y'all just having a ball. You're building underground cities and everything with my money. You should have known the battle was rare. You know, what you took and what I'm not going to get. Thank God he's still standing strong on his side. What he come to do. And I always told you what I don't get, you're not going to keep. And you're not going to make any other sweat out other than what I asked for. You know, these days was given to me, not to the nothing creatures. We don't want no more your creature justice unless I supervise it. And even after I supervise it, I can still be overruled by the Trinity gods who just simply want to disintegrate you. So I will have you globally disintegrated, not by any power I have, but by in the permission that I have. God give me permission to sort this thing out, say what I want to say, but ain't nothing going my way, so I'm going to give it back to Him. Give this down here back to Him. He's going to disintegrate it, you know. So I will leave out. I will have you globally disintegrated. Before I let you sweat out anything your way. You understand? So I'm not worried about your cadaver dogs, your guns, your this, your that. You know, your time is up for your foul and wild creature justice. And also the state's attorney's office, that case I had many years ago. No, I'm not no liar. You violated my youthful trust. When I went in there and told you what happened to me, you counseled me otherwise and said, say this, say that. You have a better chance of winning. So you are the liars. And I see that you are six-figure income criminals, Nephilim creatures that go out and plan these sensitive crimes against humanity, then insert yourself in as a hero for later day promotion. I see how you do. God don't want any more of your creature justice. You are the liar, not me. And if you don't want to get up and help, you don't have to. I'm just gonna go His way. All right? The creature justice is not right. It's unfair and it's unwanted. To be unfair.